Welcome back to Episode 5 of the Art Project. This week, we're getting a little uncomfortable and talking about nudity. Am I nude? Am I wearing jeans because I'm too uncomfortable to be nude in front of my own camera? You'll never know, but we're talking about it today. I want to bring this topic up this week for a few reasons. The first being next week, I'm actually talking to a boudoir and portrait photographer who's very talented, and I hope to discuss the human body with them, talk about shapes, shadows, and just how to treat the body like art. But also with my actual exhibition that I want to do toward the end of the year, I probably will have some nude pieces in there, and they aren't gonna be your normal nude photograph, but they will be in there nonetheless. And so I wanted to talk about it because it's kind of a weird topic. First, I just wanted to kind of address the history of nude art. I mean, if you go all the way back to the statue of David, it's all out. Everybody can see it. And then you've got the Sistine Chapel. Again, another piece by Michelangelo, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. But there's nudity all in it. And then you have a piece like The Birth of Venus, another stunning painting. It's amazing to see the simplicity of the art because it has to do with a human body. And it's something that I've wanted my art project to be about, is the human body and how we've cheapened it over the past however many years, to the point where if I were to take a portrait of someone, it's really hard and maybe awkward for someone else to hang that portrait of somebody else up on their wall. And I'm not dumb to why that is. It may feel weird to look up and see a picture of someone you don't know on your wall. But I'm just saying, the human body is beautiful and it's artistic. In doing some research for this video, I wanted to look at just a few photographers that have, done portrait photography, but also done their fair share of nudes. One of which, a very obvious go-to, is Annie Leibovitz. And I'm not going to be sharing any nudes today just because, for one, I don't know what my audience looks like right now, and for two, I do want this video to be seen and not get blocked. But just look up Annie Leibovitz, and if you do want to see any of her nude photographs, they are beautiful and they're tasteful, and there's something very artistic about them. And then the next one, I don't know how to say this guy's name, but I have seen his photos before. Lucien Clergue. I'll put the name right here. Anyways, he's someone that used light on the body in such an interesting way, and there were times where you'd see a naked human body and almost wonder, like, what in the world is that? It was beautiful. It made you stare for a minute and really appreciate the art behind it. I think, especially in the past 30 or 40 years, nudity has probably been cheapened for a few reasons, or maybe frowned upon. One of which is probably pornography. Whether you like it or hate it, there is widespread access to it. And so I guess it makes the human body not as sacred when it's so easy to access. Maybe not as artistic when it's over-sexualized. I'm not saying that porn has everything to do with this art form kind of being lost on people, but it probably has a little bit to do with it. I also think the vilification of nudity has had a lot to do with it too. There are two sides of that coin, right? You've got pornography, which it's everywhere and you can consume it almost whenever you want. And then you've got the vilification of sex and nudity and sexuality. And so that causes people to look down on the art form because there's someone naked and that is somehow associated with porn. While I see both sides, I honestly, for my purposes, just don't care. I am looking to learn about the art form itself, which is why I'm kind of diving deeper into it this week and studying these photographers. At its core, to know how the body works, you've kind of got to know how it's shaped. And I think that's an interesting concept that as a photographer I had never really looked into, which is why, again, I'm really excited to talk to this photographer this next week. As far as nudity in my project goes, it's not going to be the main focus, but it is going to be something that happens because I think it is important to celebrate the beauty of the body. I'm also not gonna lie, I've thought about even starting an OnlyFans, not for sexualization, but for something tasteful and artistic that someone could actually appreciate. Now, could people take it out of context? Of course, people can take anything out of context. That jingling is this. It's a drink. Because I thought we'd get a little spicy tonight. Anyways, I'd love to know you guys' thoughts on this subject matter. I'm just now learning about it, and I'm going to continue to be doing research on different photographers that have done nude photography and just portrait photographers in general. If you have any suggestions on where I should start my research, please reach out. Let me know in the comments. Let me know on Instagram. If you totally hate the idea of nudity, also let me know. I would love to hear your reasons why. I'm very curious. Anyways, I know this was a shorter one. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all you guys. Am I naked? Who knows? We never figured it out. And you may never. Alright. Later.